Scenes of extraordinary gentleness, religious ecstasy, and exquisite details from everyday life, all painted by the hand of a violent drunkard and a murderer. Caravaggio is without doubt one of the most captivating characters and revolutionary painters in the history of art. His astonishing work is brimming with detail, full of emotion. A new exhibition at the National Gallery has gathered together 49 paintings to explore his radical approach and the huge impact he had on European artists in the century after him. In an exhibition full of treasures, these are my 5 highlights. In Caravaggio's Rome, artists had come from all over Europe and were known for wild partying, but also bloody feuds. Caravaggio quickly found fame by making paintings of the world around him: youths, musicians, card players, fortune tellers, all of which were painted from life, which was unheard of at the time. Caravaggio was the ultimate Baroque bad boy. He was infamous even in his own day. He carried a sword illegally and he was not afraid to use it. But as long as he made exquisite paintings like this, he was able to keep in the good graces of the cardinals and the noblemen. For me, what makes this painting so extraordinary is the expression on the boy's face. This should just be an ordinary still life, but we get this wonderful sense of pain as the lizard bites his finger. Caravaggio made his name by perfecting the technique of chiaroscuro, which is the extreme contrast of light and shade. The dark, shady nature of his paintings mirrors what we know about the man. This is undoubtedly one of the masterpieces of this exhibition. Caravaggio shows us the moment Judas betrays Christ. The 2 heads are spot-lit, so we see them in focus, in detail. Christ accepts the kiss with humility, but we understand he's heartbroken by the way that he's holding his hands. On the 29th of May, 1606, Caravaggio killed a man in a duel, and even the Pope had to withdraw his favour. He sent out a death warrant. Caravaggio fled Rome, and whilst in exile, he made some of his most famous works. In this unsettling painting, Caravaggio shows the young Salome receiving the decapitated head of St. John the Baptist on a plate. It's a violent story that he returns to several times. We're not quite sure how to read it. She doesn't touch the plate with her hands, she holds a cloth. John the Baptist seems to take his last breath in front of us. It's an incredibly captivating painting. Caravaggio's influence was huge even in his own lifetime. He inspired many painters such as Artemisia Gentileschi, who knew him as a child in Rome. Artemisia grew up to become one of the most sought-after and greatest artists in Europe, and amazingly, she was a woman. In this exquisite painting, Artemisia distills the biblical story of Susannah and her elders. She captures the moment that the men are predators. They're invading her space and she seems so vulnerable. Her flesh seems real. She's borrowed that from Caravaggio. Although his career spanned only 18 years, his international reputation spread quickly. There are so many followers of Caravaggio, we've actually given them a name, the Caravaggisti. This is a French painter, Valentin de Boulogne. Now, this painting so closely resembles one by Caravaggio that we thought it was his. You can clearly see in this work the debt to the great Roman painter. While today Caravaggio is one of the most important and recognizable names in the history of art, it's only in the last century that the extent of his achievement has been understood. This exhibition makes it so easy to fall in love with Caravaggio. He had no formal school or pupils, and yet he electrified painting across Europe. You must come and see it for yourself. It's on until January the 15th.